It was led by Uhuru Kenyatta. It is still led by Uhuru Kenyatta. Exactly. There is this myth that is being pushed by Gachagua and his people that Mount Kenya didn't have a party, so they went into the last election without a party. We did. We had Jubilee Party of Kenya. So this thing of saying that, tuliingia ile yo election ingine bila chama, we had a party, right? So what they have done is introduced another party to the region, not a party for the region. There was always a party. Second, I listened to my good friend by saying that, when you live somewhere, you should not talk about it. Gachagua talks about where he left every single day.
Bitterly.
I'm not even going to say bitterly. He talks about it every single day. So when Bai starts telling me, when you leave, please don't talk about the person you left, the person you used to work with, his boss, his party leader, talks about the person he used to work with every single day. So please, if we are going to use the same standards, let's use them. Number 3, and this is very, very important. Our problem as Jubilee is not with DCP. Remember in 2013 when Uhuru Kenyatta was running for president the first time, Gashagua's brother, Derito Gachagua, the late, a man I have a lot of respect for, actually ran for governor of Nyeri on GNU and won. At no point did Uhuru stand up and say, this guy is a Gakunia, this guy is a what, because he's not running on my party. He told the people of Nyeri, please decide who you want to be your governor. And the people of Nyeri decided they wanted somebody who was not in TNA at that moment in time. So our issue is very simple. You are pushing an agenda for your party. Well enough. By then you can choose to push it however you want. You can insult people, you can do whatever you want. However, those of us who don't agree with you will call you out. And we'll call you out consistently. If you want to say that we're talking about you all the time, well and good. You can call out where we are making a mistake. Because even us, we have that thing. But you cannot dictate to us what we will say or how we will say it. We are not going to allow one-party dictatorship, especially in Mount Kenya region.
Former Nyeri Town Member of Parliament Ngunjiri Wambugu has sharply criticized former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, accusing him of trying to dominate Mount Kenya politics through his newly formed Democracy for Citizens Party. Wambugu expressed concern that Gachagua is working to turn the region into a one-party zone under his personal control, a move he believed would limit democratic space and shut out alternative voices. Wambugu said Mount Kenya has always had a strong political representation and robust party structure. He pointed to the Jubilee Party as a past example of a political platform that gave the region a clear identity and a national influence. In his view, the idea that Mount Kenya lacked a political party before DCP is misleading and aimed at rewriting the regional political history to suit one individual's ambition. He also criticized Gachagua for turning against some of the MPs from the region, even though he played a big role in helping them win their seats during the 2022 general election. Wambugu said that after supporting these leaders, Gachagua later began attacking them when they failed to support his personal political agenda. He described this behavior as a political intolerance and harmful to the principle of leadership based on dialogue and diversity of opinions. While acknowledging Gashagua's right to promote his party, Wambugu insisted that other leaders and citizens also have the right to question his method, especially if they appear to silence dissenting views. He called for Mount Kenya to remain a region that encourages political competition, where people are free to choose from political parties and ideologies, rather than being pushed into following one direction led by a single figure with personal interest.
Over the weekend when he said that we're only going to have one party in Mount Kenya, and all the votes are going to go to that party, and they're going to have one leader. And as Bai says, that is his right.
That's normal.
That is his right.
Do you want Gachagua to go and say he's going to support another party and he's a party leader?
Bai, do you want me to continue?
No, it's okay. I'm just finishing that part.
So it is his right. It is also our right to call him out when he says that.
No, it's your right to go and popularize your party.
Boss.
Yeah, you see, Fred, let them go popularize their party.
No, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you,
This dictatorship thing, this dictatorship is becoming, they're getting carried away. So,
come to the studio.
Yes, he should come here. You see, they are trying to manage even what we can say in public. Yes, you can go and say, we will be the only party in Mount Kenya region. Everybody will have to be a member of this party, and we'll only have one leader. You can say that. The minute you say that, me as Ngunjiri Wambugu in Jubilee will tell you, boss, it's not going to happen. You will not be the only party in Mount Kenya region. We are not going to allow a one-party dictatorship. You are not going to bully us. I have also the right to say that, right? And that's exactly what parties like Jubilee are saying. But also something very, very important. We talk about the ground. One of the things that I find so funny, for lack of another word, is every time I have listened to DCP, DCP is just a couple of months old, talk about the foolish and stupid leaders. That's actually what he called them on record. He said that Mount Kenya leaders are going to go on record as the most foolish and stupid leaders that's ever been generated. And I remember that each and every one of these leaders, especially the ones from Mount Kenya, the second deputy president actually campaigned for them. I have a video of him in Nyeri town telling people in Nyeri town, vote for this guy and remove this guy, right? 2 years later, they're foolish and stupid. Why? Because for some reason, they did not agree. What Baye will not tell us is why they did not agree. That's a conversation one day I hope we're going to hear why they did not agree. But remember, these are all politicians. UDA had a large number of members of parliament, right? And that is the reason they took over government, because they also got a number. There was a yellow fever. They got a lot of votes. Ruto became president, and Gachagua became deputy president because of those number of votes. One of the roles today, Parliament can impeach the president. It is in the constitution. If enough members of parliament sit down and decide we don't want to work with Ruto, they can actually do exactly the same thing that they did for Gachagua. In fact, sometimes I feel as if we forget that when this impeachment process was going on, the issue was not that you stop the impeachment. The issue was that if you're going to impeach them, you're going to do any impeachment, then you impeach both of them. Remember? It wasn't that Kenyans were saying. So when I hear Baye saying the ground has refused, I'm like, boss, did you listen to the ground at that moment in time? The ground was saying, no. If you guys want to impeach someone, impeach both of them. So this is not a situation of one person, that one person was better than the other one. The second thing that is also very important for us to talk about as we talk about the ground, we do elections once every 5 years. Once you do that election, the person who gets the mandate to represent people at MCA, at whatever level, all the way to the president, has a 5-year contract. Unless your peers decide they're going to throw you out. And actually the main process is your peers, right? And here when I talk about the fact that the president is the head of state, his peers are parliament.